In Mar-a-Lago tomorrow, he is expected to attend the Daytona 500. At the same time, his administration remains hard at work making significant changes to the federal government. CBS News correspondent Willie James Inman has that story from West Palm Beach, Florida.
In President Trump's first few weeks back in office, change has come fast and furious, with national orders impacting the district.
There have been a lot of surprises over the last several weeks. We, meaning between the mayor, the attorney general, myself, we're trying to find out what's going to happen, and we're coming up empty.
D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson says he and Mayor Muriel Bowser discussed an executive order President Trump is expected to sign that would reportedly direct prosecutors to seek stiffer penalties for criminals who commit gun violence and order the clearing of encampments across the district.
I asked her specifically if she was aware of the rumored executive order affecting the district, and she has not been informed that there would be one. She's asked that if the White House is going to go there, that they give her a heads up. And I'm not saying that it won't happen at some point. I'm not saying she said it won't happen at some point.
What is on the table is legislation that could put D.C.'s ability to govern itself in danger.
My first and foremost concern is that home rule is not impeded.
Right now, a bill introduced by two Republican lawmakers would repeal home rule, which was made law in 1973. That bill would hand the district's governing powers back to Congress. But Chairman Mendelson says if home rule is in jeopardy, they're ready to put up a fight.
Have we discussed protecting home rule? Yes. Have we discussed legally acting to protect home rule? Yes. But what that means, we'd have to see what the attack is.
Mendelson and Bowser are waiting to see if or when that attack on home rule could come. In D.C., John Duran, WUSA 9.
All right, well, tonight we're hearing from D.C. leadership as they brace for President Trump to sign an executive order aimed at cracking down on gun violence and removing homeless encampments. John Duran talked to the chairman of the D.C. Council, who says that the executive order isn't the number one thing that he's concerned with.
In President Trump's first few weeks back in office, change has come fast and furious, with national orders impacting the district.
There have been a lot of surprises over the last several weeks. We, meaning between the mayor, the attorney general, myself, we're trying to find out what's going to happen, and we're coming up empty.
D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson said—
All right, looks like we had the wrong story there. We will work on getting that matter resolved, and as soon as we do, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. In the meantime, D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson, as you just heard from a minute ago, weighed in on the future of RFK Stadium. Mendelson said that he's not against the stadium plan, but he doesn't believe taxpayer dollars should fund it. He says that the Commanders and the NFL should be able to pay for a stadium on their own. Some supporters argue that a stadium could drive economic development, even attracting grocery stores to underserved communities. But Mendelson pushed back, pointing to past studies that question whether stadiums bring real growth.
I have never thought that a football stadium is the way you attract a grocery store, but it also reminds me that when the city was considering the Nationals ballpark, we did look at the RFK site as a potential site for a baseball stadium, and it was rejected. It was felt that it wasn't a good site because there wouldn't be economic development around it.
City leaders will now have to decide whether keeping the stadium tax in place could help fund the project or if public dollars should stay off the table altogether. This morning